short head. Okay? The short head is higher than the long head, and therefore it looks longer than the long head. Okay? All right, then we come down to the lower arm. We will see, well, actually, you know, this is still in the upper arm. Under the biceps brachii, we have the brachialis. Brachialis. We come down to the antecubital fossa. We will see a diagonal muscle called the pronator teres. Pronator teres. All right, so let's look at the lower arm, the forearm. Here we see a large muscle called the brachioradialis. Brachioradialis. All right, next to the brachioradialis. Now remember, the radius is on this side. The thumb is the landmark for the radius. All right, so this is the radius. Okay, next to that we will have a flexor carpi radialis. Okay, these muscles will attach to the carpal bones in the area of the radius. Ms. Chowdhury, well, I need you to pay attention. No, you're looking back there. I want you to look up at the screen, okay? Okay?
Professor, is it attached to
Right
carpal
here.
bones?
It attaches to the carpal bones in the area of the radius, okay? Flexor carpi radialis. Next to that, we have the palmaris longus. Palmaris longus sends tendons to the palm of the hand. Palmaris longus. Next to that, you have the flexor carpi ulnaris. This sends tendons to the area of the ulna. Now, under these three muscles, we will have the flexor digitorum superficialis. Okay? Any questions? Okay, so let's look at the extensors. Turn to the extensors. Okay? Here you see the back of the hand. Triceps brachii has three heads. Here we have a long head, and here we have a lateral head. You cannot see the medial head here. And let's go back to this view, and we will see the medial head. This is the triceps brachii medial head. So those are the three heads of the triceps. You have the long head, lateral head, and the medial head. Okay, the diagonal muscle here under the olecranon would be the anconeus. The anconeus, this is the muscle located on the elbow. Okay. All right, so let's look at the extensor muscles. All right, first of all, let's look at this bone. Here we have the ulna. Okay, on the flexor side of the ulna, we will have the flexor carpi ulnaris. On the extensor side, you'll have the extensor carpi ulnaris. Okay, all right, here we have the brachioradialis. Next to that, you'll have the extensor carpi radialis longus. And next to that, you will have the extensor carpi radialis brevis. Brevis means short. Brevis means short. Next to that, you'll have the extensor digitorum. This will send tendons to the back of the hand. Extensor digitorum. Okay? And next to that, you'll have the extensor carpi ulnaris. Okay, on the extensor side of the ulna. Now there are two muscles that move the thumb. Let's look at that. Okay. Unfortunately, they only have one of the muscles labeled here. The top one is the abductor pollicis longus. Okay. Pollicis refers to the pollex. Below that is the extensor pollicis brevis. I want you to write that. Okay. Write that here. Okay. That's the extensor pollicis brevis. That's the muscle below the abductor pollicis longus. Those are the two muscles that will move the thumb. Any questions? Okay. Let's look at the muscles of the leg. Let's go that page. Okay, let's look at the quadriceps. Here again we have rectus. Okay, rectus femoris. This is a straight muscle that's on the femur. Okay, that's the largest of the quadriceps. The quadriceps has 4 muscles. Okay, that's the largest of the 4. Lateral to that, you have the vastus lateralis. Vastus lateralis. Medial to that, you have the vastus medialis. Under those 3 muscles, you will have the vastus intermedius. You can't see that here, but in your handout, you see a cross-section of the thigh, and you will see the vastus intermedius. So those are the 4 muscles of the quadriceps. Okay. Above the quadriceps, we will see a diagonal muscle called the sartorius. The sartorius here crosses the thigh, and that is known as the Taylor's muscle, Tailor apostrophe S, the Taylor's muscle. Now, before the advent of the sewing machine, tailors would sit on the floor, cross their legs when they sewed. So that's where that name comes from. Okay, there are 4 muscles above the sartorius that, do you have a hand up there? Okay. Here we have the iliacus. Next to that you have the psoas major. The combination of the two is called the iliopsoas. The P is silent. Okay? Next to that you have the pectineus. And next to that you have the adductor longus. Those are the 4 muscles above the sartorius. Any questions about those muscles? Let's look at the hamstring muscles, the back of the thigh.